Dun 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 dun. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Whoa, is my voice already going out? It's only Monday. Let's go. Let's get it started. Good morning, Hidden Land. What's up, Alexis, Garden Trader? Thank you guys for all being here super early. It looks like you guys were here before I even started the stream. Good morning. Good morning, King Carnage. Good morning, Green Candlestick, Sandollar, Kim, Maddie, Mel, Gold Creation, Matthew. I feel like I already said Creator, but we'll say Creator. Good morning, Creator. What's up, Daffy? What is up, David Q? Good morning to both of you. Good morning to everybody. Good day to you as well, Mighty One. I guess I'll post my plan here. I guess I forgot to. So here's this. And then let me just copy paste what I already have so we don't make up anything new. Oh, I kind of screwed myself here, didn't I? Copy. There we go. It's all fixed. Green. Red. Pretty easy to remember. Damn, I wanted to make this work. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright, well, back to what we were looking at. So essentially, we're looking at Friday's range. We're looking at the Friday supply. We have the low demand down here, the high supply right here. We got bigger time frame levels everywhere. I didn't even bother marking the open, the close, because they ended up being marked within a zone or, you know, within an area near the zone. The pre-market lows right here, but I already had this drawn from last Friday. If you were here at the end of Friday's stream, we drew this level at the end of the stream, and then we cut it. That's where we finished the day, and then went to enjoy our weekend. Hopefully, again, before I start, all of you had a great weekend, but we drew this because this is just like the demand of the low of day. We could have drawn another one here, another one here. It's pretty much every time you see this pullback, anytime you see this, grab the low, and then before the reversal happens, go from the low to the top of the last red candle. And if you do this, you're creating a short-term area of demand. This would be called intraday demand because you're literally grabbing demand from one day. This wouldn't be like from the weekly, like when we go to this chart, we're like, oh, these are from the bigger time frame. You know, oh, this is supply and demand from the bigger time frame. Which, by the way, guys, based on the bigger time frames, we could get a pullback. And as long as we're holding 438s, we're looking good for bulls even more. Which is a great sign, too, because they had this grind-up move, a pullback, which could have led to a lot more pain, and then a single soldier candlestick. This created a higher open and a higher close inside of the previous day. The close, of course, finished outside of the previous day, which is great. It's bullish. And again, also breaking the resistance that we were kind of just getting up to and slowing down after this massive rally. So multiple things can happen here. You could get a pullback that doesn't hold 438, and we end up back in this fuzzy range and more news comes out, and we have to kind of rely on that reaction to break us out of 430 or back above 438.15, which I hope that doesn't happen so we're not stuck in this forever-ending slow-ass situation. Or we get a pullback and a hold of 438s, we get a pullback and hold of 432.80s, and a good bounce back towards 443s, 445s, and if we can break through that next area, we can make it back to the 450s. I know it's crazy to say 450 out loud again after we just almost reached 400. People were screaming 400 just a couple weeks ago, and here we are talking about the possibility of 450. Another scenario, too, is they don't hold anything. They could pull back, fail 438s. They could pull back, fail 432.80s. Remember, the secondary trigger level is always going to be this level here once we're looking past this zone. You're going to need this level to break, not just this area. But if it does break, this can be a good first primary target. Anything past that can be used for runners towards the next area below. But again, this is all kind of like forward-thinking talk. I'm just breaking down the scenarios that are ahead of us. These are all facts. Again, I haven't once talked about an opinion yet. This is why the levels are always the best. But I guess let's go down and turn off this junk. We got everything we need. Is everybody good? Everybody understands the game plan? Give me a thumbs up. Give me an emoji. Give me something to show that you understand what we're doing here. Or what we're going for, at least. We'll go to the other chart. I don't even know why I'm messing with this one. This chart's so relieving. But yes, welcome everybody. All right, market's open, guys. 1 minute chart. I'm gonna change this one to the whoops. I'm gonna change this top right one to the 15-minute chart because we have still been too lazy to just fix it ourselves. There we go, 15-minute chart. We got our 5-minute chart here. I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit just so we can see the crucial information from Friday. This would be Friday's range we're seeing, and then of course the daily time frame here because who doesn't like to see the daily time frame? All right, market is open. Let's get it going. You guys can see we are getting a lower open here on the 1 minute. It's impossible to see. 15-minute impossible to see. But you can see on the daily and the 5-minute here how we're back inside of the previous day's range. But we still didn't break 438. So keep that in mind. Remember, this is important on the bigger and the smaller time frame. Let's see what we get here. Remember, guys, always be conditional. If this, then that. What does that mean? You know, if this level breaks, then I do this. If this level does this, I do that. You know, always have a set game plan ahead of time. You don't ever want to give yourself this, what we call pivot foot, like in basketball. You know how, like in basketball, if you get the ball passed to you and you stop moving and you start moving one of your feet around, you can't move the second one. That's exactly how this is. You can't sit here and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to change this. I think I'm going to do this now that I'm in the trade. There, you just gave yourself a moving variable. You just gave yourself a harder outcome, a more impossible scenario, or you're giving yourself more room to bleed more. So don't do that. Whatever you talked about beforehand, stick to it. Anything that's talked about during the trade or made up during the trade, you're literally fooling yourself into making a mistake. Be consistent with your methods. Don't create more variables. Be absolute. Here in a second, we'll go through other sectors. This is what your triple Q looks like on the 1, 15, the daily, which we need to change this chart because that looks like crap. No. Yes. You can see they're also above an area of high importance. Their SPY's 438s in a sense would be their 371.50s. Triple Qs need to maintain holding 371.50s, which they have plenty of room. SPX making a move lower. We could see SPY also not holding today's open on the 1 minute throughout the first 4 minutes. They tried here, but already cracking back under that, moving us a little bit lower. So we'll most likely test what, guys? The previous day's range, that Friday's demand, most likely. See if we get a perfect touch of it or not, which would also bring a perfect touch on the daily time frame at 438s. So I do believe you're going to get that small pullback down to that now that they've gotten the lower open. They've failed to hold today's open after 3-4 minutes. So it just gives bears more momentum to try to actually test something lower. What is that thing that's lower? Friday's demand. And guys, I'll be releasing a full stream schedule today. Has anybody tried to guess who the guest is for Friday? Remember, guys, we also have the full day Wednesday stream. That's the birthday stream. And then Friday, I have the special guest coming through. But who can try to guess at who the guest is? I don't think anybody here even knows of this person that well. I've only done one project with them in the past, and it wasn't really focused on just me and this person. It was multiple people. He was one of the speakers from the seminar. I actually need to make that note right now. This week's streams. And then Friday, special guest, blank. Still pushing a little bit lower. They're still wanting to get that perfect touch of previous day low demand. We'll see if we get that or not. Remember, guys, in a time like this, when it's like kind of awkward to enter a new trade, it's really great to just chill out. Just try your best to relax. Come up with some methods to just make yourself sit on your hands. Because right now there is no good new trade here until we see a break, a 438, this highlight area below, or we see a base build here, which takes a test, a reactive move back up to test today's open maybe, and then a pullback again to give us either a double bottom or a higher low, which would give you a lot more confidence, not just in how we like to trade, but just visually it would give you a lot more confidence. So looking for one of those two things right now, which the second one will take a little bit longer most likely. So if that is the scenario we're looking for, we're going to be sitting here for 20-30 minutes at least. If the first scenario where we just break the previous day low happens, that could happen at any point. So that could happen in a minute from now, that could happen in 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour from now. So just keep that really just in front of you, because 438 is important. You were going to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson? You would have been close. Nope, it's not Sam Bankman-Fried. That would have been a great interview. People's doubling down on his sniper trader guess. Jerome Powell, maybe one day. That'd be pretty cool. Kramer, that would be amazing. I would call it the roast of Jim Cramer, where me and my stream bully Jim Cramer. Call it the Bully Adult Show or something. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning. J-Bake? No. See, we've had J-Bake before. That wouldn't really be a special guest, but that would be special, though. I would be glad to have J-Bake on. But no, the guest is... Does anybody here know Champions Vibe from Twitter? This is one of... I guess you could say it's a mutual friend between me and Ace. I don't really hang out with everybody on Twitter as much, but I have mad respect for Ace the Kid, and this is one of Ace the Kid's big friends. So I'll be hanging out with him on stream on Friday. We'll bring him in here in the morning. And I don't really have like a time set for him, you know, when he can be in here and how long he can be in here. We're just going to let him chill. Whatever length of time he wants to be in here, he can relax. If he wants to cover some stuff, he can. If he wants to just sit here and chill and talk about random things, he can. So we'll bring him in here, but Champions Vibe from Twitter will be the special guest for Friday. And then, of course, we have the Wednesday full-day stream, B-Day stream. I'm going to bring Nerdy Bicep in for Wednesday, which I'm probably going to bring a lot of people in for Wednesday. If anybody wants to just randomly join my stream Friday, I'm probably going to just let anybody join. Because first we'll just do me and Devin, and then kind of throughout the day, we'll do the, we'll just kind of have fun in here. But yeah, this week's pretty full of streams again. We've been pretty active on them. Hopefully you guys are having fun with that. I'm about to tweet out these week streams and put it in Discord too. Just because I didn't actually announce who it was. I wanted to do it to you guys in stream first, just to keep it kind of homemade, I guess. Right now I'm typing, looks like sellers wanted to test that area below after the lower open, and after 4 minutes failing to hold today's open. You know, kind of just repeating everything we already went over. Special guest Friday is Alright, yeah, tweeted it now. If y'all can go retweet that, that'd be cool. All I said is retweet to hype up the Friday stream. I'm not... There we go. Alright. Alright, now I can focus on the charts. We can focus on stream. Everything that we need to get out of the way is done. We can focus on what is in front of us. Let's see what y'all are saying in here. I saw a couple of y'all keep guessing. I guess was J-Dun based on the seminar hint. Oh, maybe we can bring J-Dun in here in the future. I am still very cool with J-Dun. Whose birthday? It'd be Bueller Bye's birthday. Tesla looking so sad right now. Let's go through a couple other charts. You're right, Jay. Let's go through a couple others. So we got triple Qs also cracking under 376s. Could bring some more pullback. Just a short-term intraday range. SPX. These aren't my levels. Where are my levels? Oh, here they are. SPX play money. If you know, you know. Come on, man. Here we go. That looks a lot better. Alright, so Apple getting a nice pullback from the lower open, cracking under the today's open after, what, 1 minute? 1 minute, 2 minutes? Retook 3 minutes, lost it again 4 minutes. SPY also lost it on the 4th minute. Pretty interesting. Another one that lost it on the 4th minute. Actually, I guess it never had it. Nvidia, sideways open. Amazon, a little bit of a pullback after the lower open. They're in kind of the lower part of that Friday range. If you're drawing your supply and demand, how we practice in here. A lot of these charts are near that. Tesla, though, if you look at Tesla, this actually has a lot more room below if it isn't going to be holding, because that has not even cracked halfway of that candle yet, which means 211.45 probably is that level. Let's draw that just to confirm. Again, go from the low, whoops, go from the low to the high. Okay, it's at 210.50. I apologize. It's $1 away. But they're very close to a very important level is what I'm getting at. Google also cracked, but they actually took a lot longer. Look at that. A little bit of a hold there for a bit, and then they decided to crack down. They had an entire green 5-minute candle. Banks kind of weak. Everything's just getting a lower open and settling at the open. This isn't anything too crazy. What you want to look out for is where's the big mover. So you got like tech just kind of sideways in between their previous day. Healthcare's kind of doing the same thing. It just looks a little different. Same thing for the banks. They just have a green print because they're holding their open still. Same thing for discretionary. Same thing for comms. So you can see this is a market-wide reaction. This isn't like one sector's doing this, 4 others are doing this. No. Almost every sector's doing this right now. They're getting a lower open. They couldn't decide if they wanted to hold from where they opened out, so they came down to the next notable area, which this is on SPY's chart. This is what it would be. And now they're deciding, is this where they want to hold short term for a couple minutes and try to build a reactive move and then try to build off that reactive move for a higher, lower double bottom? Or do they just want to build up some consolidation here for bears to take it lower? So these are the two scenarios in front of you right now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on that 5-minute chart. These are fine. But is that update fine? Do you guys understand that? I don't want to like talk in circles and try. I'm not trying to sound smart. I just want everything to make sense. If everybody can just confirm you understand what we're looking at. We don't need to look like a trader. We don't need to look cool. We're just looking to play the levels in front of us. What is up, Zeke? He said, "What's up, YouTube gang?" What's up, Timmy? Always happy to see you again, man. D-Touch said XLP and energy are leaders so far. That'd be your staples and energy sectors, which is a very normal response after the major market has pulled back like this. Green Candlestick said BA is strong. Good updates, guys. What's up, E? What's up, Garden? Oh, y'all are doing them. I forgot I just asked y'all to do thumbs up. But drop a like on the stream, guys. Hopefully I'm not speaking too fast. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to ask. I will promise not to bite you too hard. Apple's testing the previous day golden pocket. Beautiful update by Chris. And let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet or too annoying. We can, of course, always change it. You guys do kind of run the audio of this stream, so at any point anything needs to be changed, let me know. I'm here for it. And yeah, my bad, guys. I didn't really dive in further to that. If you guys enjoy Champions vibing here on Friday, we can always bring him back for more. It doesn't need to be like a special one-on-one kind of thing. We can bring him in here as much as we'd like. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, once we talk to somebody, they'll never be in here again. No, we can bring whoever in here as many times as we want. It really just depends on who you guys want to chill with in here, because y'all are really the ones I'm entertaining. Let's be honest here. I think I like to tell myself I'm trying to... It's too quiet? Okay, I'll turn it up by a hair. Let me know if that helps out a little. Yeah, that should be turned up a little bit more. I'm sorry if it's still too quiet. E said, remember to hit that like, team. Always great, or great breakdowns as always. I read that backwards. It's like I'm Yoda. Good morning, Adnan. How you doing, man? Whoa, Donda, you were quick at that one. And good morning, Dondu. How's your trades going? Whatever trades you're in. Also, we are running a Black Friday sale. If you guys have the course link, it's on my page, it's on Twitter, it's on pretty much anywhere. And you go to it and you type in the word Black Friday, you will get a 50% off code. So if you're someone who doesn't have the course, you've never even clicked on it before, there's a pretty nice code for it. Alright, we're still kind of seeing both scenarios set up here. You're still seeing consolidation, a rise above 438. Right now, you're still looking, if you want scenario 2, again, the bullish scenario, we're looking to see a reactive move. You want to see one good bullish move back towards today's open. We don't care where it closes. What we want to see after that is a pullback. I want to see a pullback that can hold higher than the low that we're at currently, or the same low. Hold it to the same percent for all I care, right? And then that would give us a good base build scenario where we can look for more buyer reactions, more buyer signals, more buying pressure off of this 438 area. If we were to ever see this area break, we're most likely going to get a flush. Now, if we get a push back up to here again, we're going to be thinking almost opposite thinking. We're going to be looking for bearish pressure until proven otherwise, a pop over 441s. So we're pretty much just looking for supply-demand trades until we see anything else break range. Because right now we're just stuck inside of Friday's high and low. Very easy to see on the bottom right chart as well. It's the daily time frame. Each candle is a day. You can see we're inside of the previous day. Getting a little bit of a curl up move there on that 1 minute chart. Pretty interesting. Also on the 15 minute, very early to call this out. You have another 11 minutes before this candle closes, but that'd be pretty cool to get an inside bar in the 15 minute throughout the first 30 minutes of the day. Which, as a lot of you know, the inside bar is very, very easy to spot, very easy to trade, and can be very powerful. Tesla to the moon, trust. Maybe not today, but Thursday, but soon. Good morning, B-Ferg. How you doing, man? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Adnan said retest 439.50 or what's next? Okay, so perfect question because I just broke that down. Dollar still holding up for now. Thank you, E, for that update. Again, guys, the dollar is not a perfect exact opposite of the equity market, but it does bring a lot of pressure. If you ever see the if you ever see the dollar drop, there's a big chance you're seeing some bullish pressure arise in equities or being pushed into equities, and vice versa. It's not ever going to be a perfect opposite, but it can definitely apply some extra pressure. Good update, E. And good morning to all 80 of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Glad to have you all here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. It helps out a ton. And if you ever have any updates, please drop them. I'm pretty much reading out everybody's updates as quick as I can. A lot of people liking Apple and Tesla on the trade floor in Discord. By a lot, I mean Cam and Rambo, two very powerful traders in the chat. Which I guess I could say that about everybody. The light counter is whacked. It's okay, man. I'm really not pressed about it. I'm just glad to have you guys in here. I think I more or less say it out of like memory now. Like, hey, be sure to like the stream. I don't even really like Like, I think last Friday, if you go check it out, or the day before that, I didn't even say it one time. So it's really like a memory thing. The likes do help the channel. Yes, I will probably still say it, but I don't really care. You know, I'm just glad to have you guys in here. Because then we get all the best updates. You guys are dropping amazing updates. So that helps the most. Dondu said, nice buy reaction at Tesla, or for Tesla. 211.85 where we consolidated on Friday into the close. Could be a retest off of the fib though. But and then the heart's in my way. Hold up, we need to inspect element the heart. I need to find that piece of code that highlights it. Go to the thing under it, hit the 3 dots, and then hide element. There we go. Thank you, YouTube tutorials. I told y'all I would remember that. Dondu said, could be retest off fib though, but it is starting to break supply. It says 1.6 thousand likes. Yo, yours is definitely bugging. I thought you were meaning like not enough people are liking it. He's over here telling me 1,600 people liked it. That's crazy. Yeah, that is tripping. Send a screenshot. That's kind of funny. I've had mine show like weird decimals before, but I've never seen it say 1.6K. That's pretty crazy. It would take 4 streams for me. No, it would probably take me like 10 streams to amount that many likes or more. Yeah, probably more. That's a lot. The Russians have infiltrated Topher's YouTube. Oh god, Topher's are a sleeper agent. Everybody watch out. Don't say any random terms around him. He might wake up. Alright, well, we're still getting a little bit of a reactive move, like I said, on the 1 minute and 5 minute. 15 minute, we're just still trading inside of that previous candle, which is what you want. And you have 7 minutes before that candle closes on the top right of your screen. The election was stolen. What election? North Koreans took it? No, he's a North Korean sleeper. No. Yo, don't talk about communism in here, guys. We'll get canceled. People are somewhat supporting that nowadays. I don't want to get canceled because I'm not supporting communism. Just remember, communism is bad. That's all you need to remember. One of you are going to be like, that's all perspective. Alright, so again, right now, guys, we're looking for either a hold or break of 438. Buyers really need to see a little bit more. You've already had a little bit of a reactive move, not as much as I was kind of wanting, as I was telling you guys, but right now you're looking for a continued hold of this highlighted area below. If you see a break of this highlighted area below, we're most likely going to move lower. A break of this, which if I zoom it back down, we have about $1 target out. Almost every target. It gets a little bit wider after that, about $1.50 after this level was to break, if that ever happens. But 437 and 435.50s is your 2 major pivot points below if the highlighted area below breaks, which is kind of around that 438, which you can see on the daily time frame is also important. So again, and new low of day. This is not what buyers need to be seeing right now. So sellers are still in complete control after the lower open as they approach the previous day demand. We'll see if they make it completely out of that range. They are currently still inside of it, but doing everything they can to keep selling pressure around. Not communism, colonialism. That's a hard one to say 3 times. Try that one. I couldn't even say the one Chris said. I'm not even gonna lie. He said it's okay because NK is a dictatorship. He's like, we're different, okay? You see, we slapped a different title on it. It's different. SPY 15 minute has approached the 50% but rejected close to it. Great call out by E. Timmy said capitalism because I want money. No, I think you want oh no, I guess you're right. There's a couple forms that could lead you to that same goal. But I guess that ultimately gets you there as well. Still battling that Friday demand. Like I said, guys, buying pressure can pop up here at any point, but really the ultimate break of 438 is what you're going to be looking for. The breaker hold of 438. I'm probably going to be saying this 5 times over this week. Yo, how was everyone's stream though? Or stream. I am beyond lost right now. How was everyone's weekend? Sorry, not stream. How was everyone's weekend? Did you guys have a decent weekend? Did you relax? You get some sleep? You feel refreshed at least? That's really what I'm asking, because feeling refreshed can be the greatest thing ever. What? He's not tripping. Topher's not tripping at all. His Gold Creation just sent me a picture that says this stream has 158,000 likes. And then he said, I think the likes are carried on from last video, but one day, my boy, your content definitely deserves it. I don't think I've even ever gotten 158,000 likes, so I genuinely do believe you're bugged. There's no way my channel's amassed 158,000 likes. That's a lot. That'd be like saying 50% of my viewers liked my video. That's not possible. I think most YouTubers get like 12%. So if I was to get 30% or half of that, that'd be pretty crazy. That is a little wild though. I'm going to save that picture. That's kind of funny. I'll send it in the Discord if you guys want to see it. Damn, the stream hit 158. I'm gonna even do the zeros. 1,000 likes. Good job, team. That's a weird picture. Just like all the other numbers on my page are correct, but then it has that one. It says that for every video this AM? That is so weird. Leland. He's over here saying, he said, you said 10,000 likes and you do face reveal. That was on that stream. Yeah, that was on that stream, though. Your theta ran out, my boy. You had gamma and delta till that stream ended. Theta is completely gone. That little agreement has decayed. I know you guys love talking about Greeks in here. Tesla's holding 211.45. That was almost the halfway point of the previous day. Very impressive day for them right now. They opened, broke, hit 211.50s, made a higher low, built back up, built another hammer in there, broke where they fell from at the beginning of the day. Now they're back to square one. You can see that on the daily chart too. Square one candle. Just a doji. Right now, seeing buyers pop up where buyers should be present is a good sign. Short term. My bad, Sandollar. He said Boeing, Royal Air Maroc confirms order for 2787 Dreamliners. The North African carrier placed a repeat order for 787 Dreamliners, confirming 2787-9s in its order book. They currently operate 9. Okay. So just a, I say small plane order, but that's a lot of money involved still. Oh, my bad, Leland. I just saw you DM me too. You said you were guessing again. I would have told you if you asked me beforehand. I swear I would have told you. Leland's my boy. Tesla here. Hidden land earlier and said, hold my beer. IWM flat and below it's open. Good call out. Small caps breaking. John Deere moving away from what was support, now turning resistance before their earnings. We see Costco came back with a vengeance on Friday, seeing if they can hold on to some of those gains. Nike, after slowing down finally, I mean, they really pushed above 100 and just kept going. But they're finally slowing down and actually pulling back to real supports now. So we'll see where they're going to go settle at on the bigger time frames again. When I'm looking at the ones that we're not intraday looking at, I'm just staring at this chart right here. Coinbase, you know, actually, I like this cool off. I really hope that they hold 87.60 over the next few days because I know a lot of you guys are looking at Coinbase calls. But this does look great for continued buying pressure as long as they hold 87.60s. Basically, what you're focused on is the fact that they broke above this level here and have held it with the hammer. All they've done since then is made a one really, really good spiked up move and then a pullback. This is great for a secondary trade as long as they hold 87s. Netflix 1 minute actually looks kind of bullish. If you were like just tunnel visioned on this chart, this would look so good. But then you realize like, oh wait, I should probably look for more. Plus the 15 minutes trading within the previous candle. Also, did we go see SPY? No, okay, they did break a little lower. Higher low in the 1 minute, still building base here on the 5 minute, guys. This is what you want to see for buying pressure. This is what you want to see as a buyer. You want to see slow, boring price action holding the same support. You want to see multiple lows holding the same thing. This gives you a chance of reaching today's open, maybe even today's high. Past that, we have other levels to look at, of course, but that's, of course, your main focus from here. Is everybody with me still? And thank you guys for over 60 likes. You guys really came in here and started pouring the love. Appreciate it. Trying to focus. What's up, Crater? For real, Tesla being Tesla. Yeah, that one's just gonna have a day, I guess. Watch continue to hold, though, of 215s. This would be great higher low area for them to try to push through today's high. They seem to have already done most of the damage getting up to it. But yeah, still looking for some more buying pressure to continue building up here on your 1, 5, and 15 minute for SPY. Maddie said the dollar's dumping. This could bring even more bullish pressure into equities. Leland said 15-minute hammer or 3-bar play. Good update, Leland. Also, pretty cool that you point that out as we're at that crucial area, too. Home Depot reports tomorrow. Don't forget, peeps. Thank you, Jay, for reminding us about Home Depot. Which, guys, what sector... And Jay, don't answer this for them. What sector does HD belong to? What weight are they a part of? Can anybody tell me? Is it XLK? Is it XLV? Is it F? Is it C? Is it Y? Which of the top 5 sectors does Home Depot belong to? Exactly. XLY. Consumer discretionary. Great answers. D-Touch. Why? Shout out to Daffy and D-Touch, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw this the other night, but in the Discord, they took it upon themselves to not just be in the Discord, but also streamed for, what were we all in there? Like, it was like 2+ hours in there, right? Y'all were in there for a while. But they streamed the weekly watch list. They went over their own watches that Daffy had posted and talked about. They went over tons of things. Sector rotate, anything you could think of, they were going over all kinds of things. They also took time to record it. So if you want to go back and look through the recording, you can go to the trade floor. You're good, D-Touch. I just figured you were yelling at me. I was like, yes, I'm trying to match that energy. All caps. No, you're good, D-Touch. We all, you can ask me, you can ask Leland, man. I can't tell you how many times we have personally messed up our own recordings. And then we're sitting here like, damn, I just dropped the most fire video and didn't even hit the record button. And then you're sitting there like, damn it, I gotta do it again. Or worse, you don't record the audio, and then it's like, damn, I don't want to do it at all now. Jay said Walmart is important too. Which, great update, Jay. If you guys have access to the Discord, you can just check daily updates channel. I'll post earnings every single day in there. But also the weekly watch list. Throw a sign or an emoji or anything up in the chat that who all read and looked at the weekly watch list this week. This was by far my best one. I took probably 2 hours to put it together because I was just super into it. I was very excited about making this week's watch list. I'll tell you though, there's something different about letting a bot post my watch list for me compared to doing it myself now. Where I've always made my own levels, I've always made my own game plans, but back in the day, you know, everybody had this same bot, you know, and it posts daily updates, daily lists, weekly watch lists, and it really made me like, wow, I'm kind of lazy. So now that I'm doing it myself, this is 4 weeks in a row now. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm more in tune with the market. I feel more patient. I feel more comfortable. I feel like I'm quicker to answer y'all's questions because I should already know what's going on without even looking at my screen. Just because of how much I'm in, you know, in making the watch list or the weekly watch list or anything, you know, it gives me this like in tune update. It feels like I just feel in tune. I don't know what it is. But I hope a lot of you guys see that and take that as like an example, you know, not just making your own watch list and stuff. I'm not even talking about that. Just the pre-planning of things, the forward thinking of things, the planning of everything beforehand. You know, I feel like that'll help you be more in tune because you're giving yourself so much content beforehand, and then during you're kind of reacting to what you planned beforehand, and then the after you're just reviewing how you reacted to what you planned beforehand, and then that's just an amazing combination of the whole thing, the whole process, the full effect. I don't know what else to call it. The full effect is what we'll continue to call it, but it's amazing because it really does help you feel like you know what you're looking at, like you're in tune. But every time you step outside of those lines, you know, you make too many good trades in a row and you get cocky, or you take too many dumb trades because you're trying to chase or be greedy. You know, that can get to you, and it can kind of take you off course and make you trade, you know, a little bit like an asshole. You know, not like yourself, like a really bad trader. You'll look like you're reviewing yourself and you're like, damn, why am I not trading anything ahead in front of myself? It's because you had those emotions get to you. You had something get to you. So you guys have to, one, get better at being aware of when something is getting to you, and then two, stepping away from it. I don't care what it is. Step back. Be in control of your emotions. Doing the same thing over and over, that's the only thing that's going to enforce good habits. That's the only way to continue doing the right thing. Jay said Nvidia is at pre-market high. Great call out. By the way, guys, SPY's still looking really good. I like the bulls here on all time frames so far. You still have a hold of 438s. I also see triple Qs are trying to retake 376s. We'll see if they get outside of that. This could be a make or break spot for the triple Q chart. That is your tech chart. It's not your pure blood chart. Your pure blood chart would be XLK. This is where your actual tech chart is. Don't let people fool you. Apple could be building back up. Microsoft has a little bit of room. Yeah, and great call out. NVIDIA not just breaking pre-market high, but having that new high of day. That's a very good sign for them. How's AMD doing then? I'm assuming they're not doing the same thing at all. Ooh. Gotta love semiconductors. Oh man. I'm like trying my best to make sure everybody's fine. 5 minute, 1 minute, 15 minutes still shaping up. He said this man said 226 and I'll trim. And yeah, Tesla is flying. Like I said, you just need to see this hold as a higher low. Which on the 1 minute, this looks beautiful. 5 minutes still looking great. 15 minute looking even better. Daily time frame shaping up a lot more. So, if you go to the weekly watch list too, I talk about how we need to try to hold part of the recent price action from the past week or so, because that would be a good sign that buyers do want to try to push not just towards 235, but maybe towards 250. You guys know how Tesla can be. They don't just always go to that first target. A lot of the time, they like to try to extend themselves to the further one and then wick back down. Also, guys, I think now is a great time to say it, but now would be a great time to draw your fib from your previous day close down to your today's open. And you'll see it lines up with 440. But you'll also see we're perfectly still under today's open. This is the reactive move I talked about. Who all remembers that breakdown? Right now we're looking for the pullback, and we want to see a continued hold of this low. That would be super bullish. If this was to break this low and break under this highlighted area, that would be very bullish, or very bearish. Sorry, not bullish. That would be very bearish. So these are two short-term signals to look out for in case they break if you're trading based on the BB system or whatever the hell you want to call this system. I don't care. I wouldn't trim it till the gap fills at 242. Oh my god, Dan, you just reminded me of the Michael Jordan meme. Stop it. Get some help. Lee then said SPX rejecting 4,400 though. Probably a little late on that update, but sorry. I OCD traded and lost 30% profits. Oops. Oh, Timmy. Well, that's a good review. You already kind of look how he broke that down. He said I OCD traded. I feel like someone new would join in here and be like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Everybody else in here is like, "Oh, okay, I get what you did." There's only a couple things you can do when you're OCD trading and you make that mistake. Either, let's say you were in puts and you did hit your target, but you didn't like that it didn't perfectly hit it, then you didn't sell, then it reversed, then you're caught. And that can happen vice versa, of course, if calls going into resistance and that was supposed to be your target. You know, whatever the thing or, you know, mistake you made, whatever that was, you know, I'm sure you're going to review that, remember it from now on too, and be like, all right, I'm never doing that again. And then I think another thing too is like another psychology thing when it comes to trading. Like, let's say you were in calls right here, right? You were like, I like this hold and I like the push above. I'm in this. I'm gonna take profits here. And you didn't take it here. You wanted it to perfectly touch, so you caught it here. I'll bet you all the money in my life, the person who sold here, whoops, made just as much as the person who sold here. You wanna know how I know that? This is the 1 minute chart, so it's very quick. So that means the price opened here, pushed up to here. Momentum was on the side of buyers here, right? What do I get here? A slightly higher open, a push, and then it reverses in the same minute, and then it closes lower. So this has a loss of momentum, while this had carried momentum, which means these are pretty much the same candle in terms of it hitting the target. In terms of the pricing of your contract, these probably were pretty close to the same number. So you're really not making much more selling here than you are here. And you can argue with me and say, oh, Josh, I would have made $5 or $7 more. Okay, good for you, I guess. You want to be weird like that? Now, does this one, though? Everybody answer my question here. Does this candle make more? Let's say we somehow miraculously sold some of our contracts here, and then we're like, you know what? We want to hold the runner. This would make more, right? Or no? This new push, this new high of day, this new momentum stepping in, this gamma boost, this gamma increase, you would make more or less, right? Or what? Somebody help me out here. Sold my calls for 2% on the account. Target was today's open. Sold a little early, have to head out and do some things now. Good vibes to all. Good day to you as well, Matthew. Very proud of your trade and very nice, clear review of it as well. Yes, more exactly. You would make more. But we're not always going to push through the target. So what do we need to focus on? Making it close to the target as momentum is on our side. So I'm not saying, oh, Timmy, you're dumb. You should have known to sell here, not here. No, it's not like that. It's just you need to get in the better habit of not selling perfectly at your level. It's okay. Sometimes it's going to fly right through your target, and you're going to be very happy. You're going to get that positive lag, or I can't speak, positive slippage, which some of you guys who use market orders might understand what I'm talking about here. SPY still just range trading. This is still great. This is what we want to see. Could see a really nice buyer move if they can pop over today's open. This could give this a really good move towards 440. If you see a rejection of this and a break of today's low, this could bring us back down towards 437 and 435.50. That is your two game plans in front of you right now. I'm just typing everything I explained, by the way. I'm not typing anything new. Just repeating what I said so people in Discord can see. Alright. That was me replying to someone, by the way. That wasn't like in chat. I used to wait till it exactly hit my target, but now I started to sell as it's approaching because it would always turn on me. There you go. I used to wait till my target hit. Now I just hold through it and never sell. E said, healthcare is holding through a decent level range, which could help SPY. Again, that's the second largest sector. He's saying if it continues to range trade, that could be good for the stabilization of SPY. He said, started approaching previous day low / high 50% fib, but starting to curl some, looking at the 15-minute. He said, not curling yet, but might hold around here, which would be nice. Which, that's a very nice update, Ian. And let me know if I was a little bit too far off or what, but a lot of the times when you call out healthcare, that's a good thing, because you want to be able to say, okay, guys, this is holding, this can help out SPY, because this is now another important sector that isn't further hurting it to the downside. Good update, E. Zeke, do I not follow you on Twitter? I just clicked your name and I didn't follow you. That's weird. I could have swore I've clicked on your name like 100 times, though. I don't know, maybe if my thing's glitched. I feel like I've followed you 100 times now. Yeah, because you're one of Champions' boys. I guess you're not anyone's boy. You've been around everybody, but... That's pretty cool. $441 calls, so tempting as this area holds. Oh, 100% Daffy, I agree. Just trim my Tesla December 1st call at 35%. Nice fluff room in case it drops. Good stuff, Dondu. Getting yourself some of yourself out of some of that risk. Geez, I cannot speak English. Good call out too, as Tesla's pushing 2 1/3% on new high of day. They're almost at 220. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? And you'd be surprised. Bueller, what was your idea of the day in your premium section? It was Tesla, surprisingly. Past few days I've been posting Tesla, AMD, Netflix. I like posting all the ones that move really well. But the big game plan today on this one was to see does it break or hold above previous day highs. And if they did break this, it wasn't really that scary until they broke 213.25. And if they did break this, you have a really good first target. If they break this, you have a really good secondary target at that day's open and the previous day low demand. You ended up getting a break of this, and they did reach this target. That was great. They built back up, retook this area, and now they're hitting this area now. They're hitting 220s. Which is crazy. That is a massive move by Tesla. But that was the main game plan posted for my VIP section today. I try to post 1 or 2 really good quality game plans. No way, Misi. Are you serious? Oh my god. Who sees it? Who sees the top right screen? We have an inside bar. That's not going to transfer over to this chart. I'm not on the same chart. Let's do that again. So, looking for a break of the high or low day. Pretty much what we already had set. I guess I didn't need to do any of that. We've already kind of been looking at that. Pretty risky to enter calls right here because you don't have a break of anything, but if you do enter some, leave your stop at the low of this candle here. Target the high of day and leave runners if you hit this. Hit this and then leave your runners towards the further target, like 440 or 439.90s, 440 area. Past golden pocket at 440.10, we can look at almost 441. If you're entering early based off the hold of 438 and the previous day lows. What you don't have is a break of the inside bar, so you have a little bit of risk there. That's your main kind of confusion area. But right now, I like this break. I like the hold. I like the higher lows. So if you guys get some contracts, make sure they aren't same days. And if they are same days, you don't need to be sitting in them that long. Don't be that person that's sitting here going, why is my contract burning alive? Because you bought a same day. Silly. Trade floor. Everybody's kicking ass still. Silly. Bueller buys 2023. Looking for a pop to 439.50 on SPY. Good luck, Zeke. 440 has a magnet. That's the Gap Golden Pocket. Good job, Timmy. Golden Pocket. Watch the fib. Mel and Timmy on the same vibe. Nice. Thunk. My bad, Zeke. I didn't even read that. He said, CV and I have become friends, have hung multiple times. Oh, nice. Awesome. Glad to hear that. You're around good people then. I've only done one other connected event with CV. It was the seminar. It was like me, Jay Dunn, Keanu, Champion, of course, and Richie. Jake was there. I was trying to remember who the hell was the other person. Jake was there as well. And then there was like some chick speaker there. I can't remember her name. I think it was like Christina, I think, something like that. Almost said Christian. But yeah, that seminar was pretty cool. That's the only event I've actually done with him. But since then, I've been in close like following of him, and he's been following me for a while. And honestly, there's just a lot of people around me and him that we're both friends with. So it's just, I don't know. It just makes sense that we're working together. No money involved or anything. Just two guys working hard. I gotta see Tesla again. This thing's still going. Or is looking like it wants to still go. It has reached another area of supply, so you could relax if you're in a new play. If you're in a runner, it's a great time to look for a new break of high of day. If it cracks back under, you can just trim it there. I don't know why people are focused on using a trailing stop. You could just use the zones in front of you. How many of you guys do use trailing stops in here? Because I always see people talk about using them, and then they ask me what percentage should I set them at, and I'm like, when have you ever heard me talk about a trailing stop? Back in the day, I talked about them and, you know, just kind of having them as like lazy stop losses. But beyond that conversation, I've never broken it down beyond that. Because I don't use them. They're lazy things to put on if you're like in a runner and you actually have to leave. If you have to go do something, yeah, that's a great thing to set. Or just cut your position and go. You know, don't sit there and be thinking about what's going on. I used to, but got annoyed with them. I used to, then stop. I use them to stop my greed. Okay. Okay, I like that. But I just want to make that clear because I keep getting questions from people like, hey, can you make a trailing stop video? Like, no, I don't use them. I don't make videos on things I don't use. At least I don't anymore. I'm not going to sit here and make videos on, you know, like I used to make videos like TTM Squeeze. I would go over that to make people aware that it existed because it was popular. That was like, oh, let me get some views. But now I'm like, I don't care about getting views. I just want to post content that makes sense to me, that I actually enjoy making, that I actually use, and that I think my followers will actually use, the people who are around me. I think that's the best route. Fuck making videos that are just for views. But I have done that in the past. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some saint. I'm not. But trailing stops, though, I feel like that's one of those things that can be very useful but tedious. So it's again, you need to use it very lightly. I don't know if I'd be using trailing stops every single trade. All right, guys, you are approaching the. I know you're not supposed to draw this, but this is just how I like to view the chart. You're reaching your today's supply, which I know is very, very, very short term, but it's still something you have to be aware of because this is where we went up to and pulled back from. So on the 1 minute, if you go from the high to the open of the last green candle, this one, this would create an area of supply. So essentially telling us we need to break this for more buyers to step in. What do bears need to break? This area here, we talked about it. The bottom of that last red candle before they retook this again, and today's open. So this is where bears need to take if they want to move lower. And you can see outside of that scenario, you got a 30-minute inside bar. So you can see something needs to happen for a new low or new high of day before you should really be getting antsy about getting into a trade. I still like a lot of the short-term buyer plays right here with very, very, very tight stops. And honestly, I don't like anybody taking plays inside of an inside bar, especially on the 30-minute, because this can lead to hours of consolidation for all we know, which would destroy your contracts, especially for anybody here trading theta. But let's see, though. We'll see if buyers step in and make this exciting or not and pop that new high of day. Don't be scared to trim as well if you're hesitant on some of the price action or pressure stepping in from this area that I just spoke about. You know, if you're in a call from down here and you see us put in a good bearish candle, you know, trim some of your profits. You shouldn't be sitting in your entire position still. You just made it from a higher low to the high of day. You're not allowed to sit there and pretend that that's nothing just because it wasn't a huge percentage. Don't ignore the facts on your chart. Don't let your profits or your losses run your account. Dondu. He messaged me and said, boom, boom, pow, and it's his screenshots. I like seeing my boys get hyped. Everybody on the trade floor is destroying it. I keep saying I need to go in there and update, but then I look in there and there's just everything. Tesla, AMD, sectors being called out, contract conversation, 30-minute inside bar, updates from all kinds of people with all kinds of looks. This is amazing. This is a trading community. This is nice. This is somewhere you can go and feel somewhat comfortable. No one is ever going to sit here and be like, if you follow this chat, you'll be rich. No one will ever say that. And if they do, please tell me. I will ban them right now. But what everyone will give you in my chat is structure, stability, you know, a path ahead, which I feel like most people don't have. That was my neck. That felt good. Dondu said, if you follow my callouts, you'll blow your account every time. Not financial advice. Wait, so you're saying inverse you, and I'll become rich? I can build generational wealth just doing everything the opposite of you. I've been loving the 2-minute chart. I feel like the 1 is a little too reactive for me. Hey, that's totally fine, King Carnage. Remember what we talked about, finding something that is comfortable for you. You can trade the system on any time frame, right? We understand that. So it's about being comfortable. And if the 2-minute makes you feel comfortable, you feel like you have a little bit more confidence in what you're doing and what you're looking for, then do it. Stick to it. If going down from the 10-minute to the 2-minute helps you, I love it. That's all I care about. You can use the same levels no matter what time frame you're looking at. So be confident, be comfortable. Inverse Dondu. I have no clue, peoples. I don't have my headset on. I'll take your word for it. I'll trust that that's what's being played right now. It says this is called... Gotta read out the whole title to you. Chill Out Radio Stations, DMCA, and copyright-free music for Twitch streamers, which is funny because we're on YouTube. So if it sounds like Fortnite music, it's from that playlist. Just for 2 minutes. What does Noah know, peoples? I mean, let's be honest. Come on. Noah's like, what did I do? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Dominique. I'm kidding. All right, looks like buyers are still somewhat present above the 439.22. That'd be your current day's open, which is a great sign short term. We need to see a move off of it, though. We need to see them push away from it, make a new high of day, and that would be great confirmation that the support of today's open is held. 1 minute looking decent. 5 minutes still setting up a little bit. Probably can't even see that because there's a number in the way. Don't be scared to trim some of your profits if you are somebody from any of these higher lows. I know some of you jumped in early. Don't lie to yourself. Don't be scared to trim against this high of day supply if you did take one of these earlier in higher lows. Don't be that person. New traders, what you're looking out for is a continued hold of today's open or a pop over 439.60s. This would be a great move towards 440 potentially. And if we can get a pop of 440, we can make it to the previous day high supply. The fib that you have drawn out in front of you is simply just a fib grabbed from the previous day close down to today's open, only because of the lower open, giving you kind of a good in-between area, which we don't really even need because there's 440 right here from your TA routine. But still nice to see what else is there. Timmy said this IB on the 30-minute could be an amazing break above. The 15-minute has a doji followed by a nice green candle. So he's looking at multiple time frames. Good look, Timmy. Let us know what we get here in a couple minutes. That was your 15-minute candle closing as well, Timmy. You have another one in 15 minutes, which at the same time, your 30-minute candle will close. So we'll get our next confirmation, which most likely means you're getting your move here at some point. They're either going to come up here and pop this or finally reject it and bring us back down to the lower part of it. And then we'll have to, again, kind of stack our signals and see what else we have playing here. So far, though, they're still holding. I don't want anybody to just flip sides instantly. It still looks really good. But you have that little bit of indecision because of us being inside of that first 30-minute candle. So let's see if we get a pop. Good stuff, Zeke. And that's exactly what we need to be seeing from everybody here. You guys should not be in a new trade here. You shouldn't be in your entire position still. Like Zeke just said, I'm all out but a runner with a target. See how he has parameter set? See how he's not in his entire position? It's a little bit different for someone who's jumping into a new trade here because you're putting everything at risk. New pop. Nice. Okay, so anybody here who did take this trade idea from this candle, this is when I called it out. We're looking really good with the new pop. Don't be scared to trim profits here as you have a new gamma increase. If you're somebody from back here, you're enjoying your runner profits right now. Now let's see, can we get an actual close outside of this 30-minute candle? If not, we're most likely going to get some indecision, some hesitant buyers, and then we'll most likely get a very, very boring range. They'll probably keep us to the top side of it for a little bit. But so far, looking really good towards 440. D-Touch said, nice, new high of day. Thank you, Daffy. I appreciate you, man. Am enjoying everything, B. I know you're enjoying it because you got into calls. Daffy was in before I even liked it, too, so that just shows Daffy's more confident in his setups than I am. I think he called it out back here inside the Discord. I didn't say anything until this candle. Yo, good job, everybody. Do not be scared to take profits here, no matter what idea you took based on your own, based on mine, based on Daffy's. I don't care. I just want you to be smart. I want you to scale out, take some profits here. Don't be scared, guys, and post it in chat, post it on Twitter, post it wherever. Show people that you know how to trade. Show people that you're going to stick to yourself, and don't do this to look cool. Do this to hold yourself openly responsible. Hold yourself openly accountable. I want to see all of you start taking the steps to becoming a more disciplined trader. But guys, don't be scared to take profits here. I'm very proud of all of you for taking this. I'm going to go post in chat, and we're going to enjoy ourselves the rest of the stream. Why can't I type? How'd you know? He said, how'd you know, LOL? I know because I pay attention to my channels in my chat, which is sad because I'm streaming and I'm paying better attention than some people in chat. But he called this out way back here. He called out USO, and then he called out SPY calls. This was well before I had called out calls. Look, 8:55. Over 20 minutes later, and I still didn't call my play out yet. So Daffy was in this way before I was. Good job, React. And what can I type? Benny. I almost typed Nam Lee. Good work, React and Benny. Damn, I'm just reading over everybody's messages, man. I'm so proud. You missed it? Oh, you better be joking. He said, Jesus, he's in on low of day. Yeah, no, he was in early. He was in, like... Yeah, actually, low of day. Good call out. Damn, yeah, he did buy low of day, Timmy. What the hell? I should have backtested that myself. I'm over here like, yeah, I call that over here. Take profit. Daffy's like, I bought the low of day. What a legend. But that's because he trusts what's in front of him. How many times have I said 438 is important? How many times have you guys heard 438? So of course you should be looking for calls there as long as it's holding as support. That's logical. And if you don't understand that, you haven't reviewed the system enough. You haven't reviewed anything. But that's impressive, though. That's something that's, like, unheard of. But that just shows you how much further ahead Daffy is than a lot of people in the community. And it's just because he works his ass off. It has nothing to do with being smarter, having more information. It's nothing like that. He has no advantage. His advantage is how hard he works. How much he looks at this stuff. How much he's in tune with it. It's breathing to him. It's muscle memory to him to understand these things. Exactly, creator. And that right there, that's all you needed to know for today was the possibility of that happening. And that right there, that was your play. Because what could have happened if we broke that? We could have the same size move we have upward right now going to the downside. I'm just proud we went over all the entries and the scenarios and all the basic stuff. So therefore, anybody who needs to go over this stuff live just needs to rewatch this stream. Because this has everything in it. Hopefully that helps with you guys navigate. Because again, I mean, how do you navigate the levels? You really navigate them with the entry types. You don't really navigate it with anything else. You don't make up something and say, oh, well, I thought it was going to do that. Yeah, you thought. It's not a fact. What did it actually do? That's what you need to be going off of. But guys, we are reaching 440 just about. Don't be scared to trim into this resistance. Don't be that person that is just so scared to sell because you want to make it to the furthest target. If you have runners and you're scaling out more here to reach to a further target, also okay. New trades though should not be part of this right here. Nice though, they're giving y'all an increased move back up, so y'all get even more chance of getting out at the right time. Alright, I can relax now. Let's see what you guys are saying in here. Anybody have any questions, any remarks, any updates? Let's go through a couple other charts real quick as you'll type all that out. Looks like the triple Qs didn't just break back over 376s. They held it with multiple higher lows and popped over today's open again. Very good retake. They also experienced a 30-minute inside bar. Look at that. Interesting. SPX also doing the exact same thing. That's crazy. It's almost like they're connected. Inside bar on Microsoft. That's interesting. 30 minutes. Sorry, I should have said the time frame. Amazon and Nvidia still holding very well. Tesla's holding very well. Google's still inside of their 30-minute candle from the open. Meta, nice pop. They went up to the 332.75 resistance. Let's see what the hell I'm looking at on this time frame. Oh, this chart's important. This chart's important. This chart is important. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So the focus on this chart, if you guys paid attention to the weekly watch list, is this area between, it's pretty much 323 to 329. But I'm just lazily saying 325 to 330. But in that area, though, is a big pivot point. So right now you're seeing them slightly hold over it. If they were to reject and pull back down and break back under, this could cause for a larger pullback. Vice versa if they hold it for a move back up. Let's go to our sectors. So tech sideways, healthcare sideways, banks are sideways. Discretionary trying its best to continue higher. Of course, that's some of that Amazon strength and a lot of that Tesla strength. Comms are a lot closer to their previous day high than a lot of other sectors, which is a good sign for bulls. So if they pull back, they have a lot more room underneath to hold. We'll see, though, here in the next hour where everything is still sitting. Really good move, though, on the 5-minute, the 1-minute, the 15-minute, 30-minute. 30-minute still shaping up, of course. We took it off the 15-minute a little bit ago. Oh, I'm just so proud of this community, man. Everybody getting good plays in. I don't care about recognition. Nobody in chat should. If anything, everyone should just be looking to see who understands it and who doesn't, so we can help out those people who don't. And give them time. We don't need to rush this info into anybody. Gosh. Daffy's still in with some runners. Or no, he's still in with that original play. Oh no, it's a different play. I just realized what Daffy did, guys. I apologize. I completely botched what he just did. Daffy, I apologize to you more than anybody. So he did buy the bottom. He did do that, but he did it with the 445 call, right? And then that play did go to 24%. That's the one he just posted. The one I was bragging about was the one he posted or after that. He did another scalp inside of that. So he actually posted 2 scalp plays. An early one for people who want to get in on a potentially riskier play but cheaper play. That's what this one was. And then a more precise play that costs a little bit more to get into, but it has a lot better probability because of the entry type he's getting in. That's this one. Does that make sense to everybody? I don't want you guys to think like, oh, he's just calling this out and he's updating random shit. No, I didn't even personally see it that well. I was streaming. But that makes sense to me, though. Why he would have 2 different ones called out. One is a riskier, kind of an idea kind of thing, and then the second one's more of a precise, actual snipe at a trade. I like that. And you could see it in the strikes, too. Okay, nice. Good job, Daffy. I don't know why I almost called it D-Touch. Good job, Daffy. Zeke said, runner out here on 0 DTEs. Good job, Zeke. Have 2 of those. Daffy, 40-40 combo. Profit stops in on those. Good job, Zeke. Not wasting any time to get in and out. Truly sniping. In my opinion, it's about waiting until price reaches levels marked and seeing how it reacts to said level. When you enter during the in-between area is where I get screwed. Good. That's really good advice, though, King Carnage. Let me repeat that one. He said, in my opinion, it's about waiting until price reaches levels marked and seeing how it reacts to said level. When you enter during the in-between area, that's where the problems can occur. Very, very good way of putting that. David Q said, fully out at 47%. Massive job, David. I like to go through y'all's one at a time. At pre-markets, 0.5. Good update by Peoples. Good update by Creator with the fib. Alright, everybody seems to be kicking ass. Good, good, good. Remember, guys, we have a confirmed 30-minute inside bar break, so this could be a massive bull run here in a second. What is our invalidation point? Let me ask this. This is where your brain needs to be thinking at all times. So right now, you're probably bullish. That's great. You should be. What is your invalidation point, though, on any of these charts? What makes you say, I'm done being bullish until I see something else? Can anybody tell me what that is? Whether you're on the 1, the 5, the 2, the 30-minute, the daily, I don't care. What invalidates you right now? And there's a few correct answers. So where my mind goes is currently it would be the outside of that inside bar, right? So it'd be this. This would be a short-term invalidation. What would be a more mid-term invalidation? Your today's open. If we were to break today's open, that can definitely bring more sellers. I think we can all agree with that. So we got one short-term, got a good mid-term. Just kind of gauging things, really. And then what would really be the death of all of this? The potential break of not just the outside of this inside bar, the bottom of this, but the 438s. The level that we talked about had so much importance on all time frames. So you have different levels of invalidation points right here. So a lot of you intraday traders, you're probably just watching the top of that inside bar. Today's open, you know. People watching the daily, they're not even going to be paying attention to that. They're focused on watching 438, try to hold or not. People watching the 30-minute, people watching the 4-hour, hourly. It's all different. You see what I mean? So it's all about using what's next, what's right there in front of you. So it's all perspective. But I see all great answers. Break of structure, PML, PMH. They were just over today's open. Golden pocket of previous day close, a current day open, or just previous day close. Break and hold under open. Close back. But you see what I mean, though? It's like a staircase thing. It's like, I'm not bullish, 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 I'm not bullish. Hold up. We got a low. We got a higher low. I can possibly turn bullish here. I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish. Oh, we're getting into a resistance. Let me see if we crack today's open. Oh, we did. Nice. Still bullish, still bullish, still bullish, still bullish. It goes up, hits this next level. All right, well, now you're thinking, all right, well, I'm probably still bullish, but if a pullback does happen, what needs to hold? Short term, mid term, long term. So just give yourself those invalidation points. Give yourself that. A fact check really is all you're doing. You're doing a fact check. What's on the chart? What happened? Excuse me, my voice is still going out somehow. But drop a like on the stream, guys, if you enjoyed some of the updates and breakdowns. I think today's stream was very good. All the early morning breakdowns, and I'm not just talking about from me. Every time I say very good, I mean you guys as well. A lot of you guys had amazing updates. I can tell a lot of you guys are more in tune with what you're looking at and how you're trying, or what you're trying to go for. With Zeke, with King Carnage, with Dan, Maddie, Shadow, D-Touch, Mel. I can see with all of you guys, you're more in tune with the system. You're more in tune with what you're going for. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't give up. This is not the time to slow down. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to keep pushing through your wins and your losses. Continue getting this collective experience of just, you're really just collecting experiences and trades. So therefore, moving forward, you don't possibly make those mistakes as much. You're still going to make those mistakes. You're human. You're not a computer. But hopefully down the road, you can not make them as much. And that would be essentially like your own little higher lows on your own little chart, you know? So that's really what you want to aim for. You want to narrow down that path. Thank you, Timmy. He said, on God, today's stream is 100% on the dot. Thank you, Buells. Thank you, Timmy. It's people like you, people like Zeke, Shadow, Creator, Peoples, Dan, Devin, Mel, Creator, Leela. I mean, anybody in here. If you're in here, you add value to the streams. You help make this better for everybody. Maintaining is key, as well as discipline and consistency. 100% D-Touch. Maintaining is the one thing a lot of traders don't talk about because it's something we don't think about. We just think about, let me get into trading. Let me learn my strat. Let me get good at this. I want to be really, really, really good at trading. I want to, you know, get more trades down. I want to really get into this. But they don't think about the after part. They don't think about the long-term road, right? It's easy to get into trading. Anybody can click buttons. Anybody can get into this. It's so easy to get into this, right? I think all of us can agree on that. What's hard, though? Staying in it. The maintaining phase. Anybody can get into this. The second phase. Not just getting into it, but finding where you want to try to sit, what kind of strategy you want to aim for, what you want to aim for just in general, in any direction, right? And then phase 3, maintaining. This is the longest, hardest, most suffering type phase ever because you're focused on having to do the same thing over and over and over again while maintaining your sanity is really what you're focused on because it's about staying sane so you don't make bad decisions, staying sane so you don't feel unmotivated, staying sane so you feel more inspired to keep doing this over and over and over again. It's very hard to feel that motivation, to feel that inspiration. And this is what a lot of people don't talk about because they think, oh, I'll just get into trading and then I'll get rich. No, there's definitely a lot more to that. I wish it was that easy. I wish I could tell you it was a lot easier than that. You said my name like 3 times in that one sentence. Yeah, well, get used to it. Any monkey can click buttons. Exactly. Thank you, David. Thank you, Shadow. He who loves to travel will go further than he who has a destination. There you go. We got philosophers in here now. Hidden Land said, been trading for 5 years. I still ain't, quotation, rich. I feel you, bro. Also, I did not mean to disrespect you, Jay, but also happy Veterans Day to you as well. I didn't know if you had a Twitter or not, so I didn't tag you, and I don't post on Instagram, so I didn't bother. But also shout out to you, Jay, for Veterans Day, another awesome vet from the community. I'm a little late on that, but shout out to Jay. See, it's pretty cool about a lot of the veterans in our chat too, because a lot of them actually were like active members of the military. Some of these people actually went overseas. Some of these people have actually seen some shit. So it's really, really cool to kind of just see these people get into trading and then kick ass. And then, like, I don't know. It's just really nice. It's inspirational almost. So thank you, Jay. Thank you, anybody who might have been a vet. Regardless of being an active duty or not, I'm not trying to make it seem like only active duty vets are worth the fuck. No, everybody who's a vet, you're worth it. Trust me. I'm not making it seem like that. I definitely don't want it to be like that. But thank you, Jay. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Rough trader. Took a bad trade on Tesla put and then topped it off with an average down for an 8% loss. Bad mindset. Patience got into a call and took minus 8% to minus 1.5%. Gonna sit back in mental trade. Good idea, Chuck. Good idea. And good review, too. You're able to say, you know, I shouldn't have maybe averaged down, and if I did, you know, it helped me out a little bit. You know, whatever the situation may be, I'm glad you reviewed it. Zeke said SPY 5-minute 9 EMA bounce, which, if anybody here knows, the 9 EMA is probably the greatest short-term, any kind of indicator. Intraday, bigger time frame, I don't care what you're looking at. It's a very good short-term indicator. So if anybody here using the 9 EMA, that will help you out. But he's basically saying we are still in an uptrend. Wish Oscar was in the chat, but he's real deal vet around here. Oh yeah, he's like he's living his best life right now. He did the fullest term you can do. He became the second highest or the highest ranking NCO you can become, which is an insanely hard thing to do. I don't think people understand how hard that is. How much time goes into that. But Oscar is still around. His brother is still here. You guys might know him, Maps the Great, his younger brother, Map. They actually look like identical. But Maps told me he's still fine. He's just enjoying life. So I kind of live vicariously through Maps to get to Oscar, just to see if he's like good and stuff still. So but yeah, I check in on it too sometimes, just because it's kind of cool, man. Just knowing somebody from my chat from like 5-6 years ago before the chat even began has not just succeeded, but has done it to a point where he doesn't need to be here. He can just go enjoy life. And that right there, that's the ultimate goal. So I'm always going to be happy for someone like Oscar. Also, a bounce off the top of the 30-minute inside bar and the fib from open to high of day. Good call by Creator. Kim said, B, what's your opinion on averaging down on contracts? Just curious. If you've watched any of my live trade series, I've probably only averaged down in one of any of my uploaded trades. I don't do averaging down because it's very risky. And it's not because it isn't smart. There's amazing strategies of scaling in. Personally, though, I am not up to the task of pouring more into it. If I don't think I had a good entry, I shouldn't be in it. And it's really kind of a situational thing. Like if I entered calls here, right, and then I trimmed some here, and then let's say it didn't just hold up. Let's say it just came back down and I'm still in that initial runner. Is it really smart for me to average down that play? Because if I do and then it cracks this, I just destroyed every bit of profits from this and I'm back down to being neutral in the day, right? Just because I wanted to be greedy and add in more to it. When I should have just had a restrictive stop loss, cut those at small profits or flat, kept some of my gains from the original play, and then I can look at a second opportunity. Because there's nothing wrong with trading a second time. You can trade 2-3 times a day. That's great. You don't need to. I don't think I would aim to go for 3 times a day. Don't give yourself that goal of doing it. But if it's a situational thing and you did this and you didn't feel like averaging down, and then you find a second opportunity, let's say it does hold that second dip and you like it, take risk on it. Take that second trade. Use less. Therefore, it doesn't hurt anything from the first trade. And if it does help out, awesome. You just put a cherry on top of your day. If it goes back against you, well, guess what? You're ending the day slightly green or neutral. Most likely slightly green. So, personally, I don't like to average down. But if you also got to remember, I'm like the teacher of everybody. I don't think of myself as a teacher, but if I do something, you're all going to do it. So I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, you should average down every time you see it dip, dude. Like, why aren't you doing that more? It's a situational thing, and I kind of see it as like a level 2 kind of thing. Like, you shouldn't do this at the beginning of trading. Now, if you've been using the levels for years, you understand the entry types, you understand how to find invalidation points, how to plot the chart correctly, go at it. Be my guest. Please, average down more. Scale into more trades. You should understand the concept of it by now. But if you're not to that point, don't do it. So, let me know if that helps you out, Kim, because I kind of attacked a couple points there. Time for Apple to move. That's what Leland said. Zeke's also looking at Apple, which is good that y'all are all looking at that, because that is, I mean, that's the king. Don't ever forget. Coin looking really good as long as they're holding 8760s. That was the main point talked about on that chart this morning. It didn't really have any directional bias on these other 3, though. They just need to settle away in the direction they're already going in. New Hive day on SPY. They did pop 440. This is really good for buyers. 30-minute inside bar still holding the breakout. 5-minute trying to surpass the overnight halfway point and overnight golden pocket. And we still have a hold of 438s, but no pop of the previous day high on the daily time frame. Zeke said it could also help SPY push through 440. Microsoft looks solid as well. Zeke going down to his weights to see which one of them are moving up, because if everything can start moving up together, well, that's going to help SPY move up more. Good updates by Zeke and breaking down the equities. Timmy also doing the same thing. He said XLK is still below today's open. Very good call out by Timmy, calling out the pure blood sector of tech. Your most important sector. Forbidden fruit. Creator says they want previous day close. Most likely. They most likely do want that. You are correct. Based on what we have in front of us, yes. Man, good updates by everybody so far. I've not seen a single message today that's like, what the hell is this person talking about? Every single message today has been an amazing update. It's been very clear, concise. I understand it instantly upon reading it. I might not repeat it out loud very well because I'm amazingly strong with English, but still nice to see a lot of you guys updating at a more mature level now compared to the beginning when you first got in here and you're just kind of asking questions all the time. It's nice to see you guys getting into it a little bit more. And feel free to continue to ask questions. By the way, guys, Tesla hit 4%. Massive day by Tesla. Massive day. Massive day by Tesla. Nvidia looked like they were going to give everyone a massive day. Now they're just holding their gain so far. 30 minutes still looks all right. All right, right now we're reacting to the golden pocket of the overnight gap on the 1 minute and, and the 5 minute. Over here doing hiccups. So far, so good. All right, pretty good reaction to the overnight golden pocket. So guys, does everybody understand what you're going to be looking out for now? From right now, at least until the next move. Does everybody understand, or do I need to go back over it and then we'll end it there? I'm just going to cover it. Well, I won't even wait for y'all. So guys, the next thing that we're waiting for, if you answer in line with me, I'm not reading the chat, so if you answer in line with me, it's not cheating. You did great. What we're looking out for now is a push over golden pocket into the previous day high supply. If not, and we get a rejection of this area, you're looking for a retest of today's open or the 438s, which was the major. I mean, this is the most important part of the chart on smaller time frames right now, is this area right here. Everything else is side information, basically. 438 is the most important part. So we'll see how that goes for the rest of today. So as long as that's holding, that's great. If we can get a higher low here, that's great. We have one really good grind up reactive move. I would love to see a second higher low here, or a double bottom even. So don't leave sellers out of this yet. Don't leave buyers out of this yet. Both of them still have a lot of opportunity to take upon this chart because they are stuck inside of their previous day. You have a good overnight gap. And even if you don't have this overnight gap here, you're just focused on the levels by themselves, you can clearly see there's a good pivot point in between the middle of the range almost. It's almost smack dab in the middle. So definitely focused on those three areas until you see a break outside of any area. You can see the trend on the 30 minutes. So if you want to see that, track that. If you see a break back under this level right here, this can cause for some hesitant trading, and a lot more range trading can occur from here. So if you see a break into this and then a lower high from this on like your 5 minute or 1 minute, you can take some shorts back to back into this range or bottom to the range. So there's still a lot of opportunity by both sides here just because of where you're at. But guys, I'm going to end the stream there. I appreciate the amount of call outs by Daffy, everybody in here. Y'all's guys' updates, dude, not just call outs, y'all's updates. Y'all's updates have been very informational, very factual, and very helpful for not just people who have just now tuned in or new traders, but also for the seasoned guys, for people like me, Leland, Daffy, anybody in the chat who's been here for a while. It's very easy to catch on to what you're putting down because you're starting to get into it more. You're starting to adjust more. You're starting to focus more. And it's so easy to see now. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you. I want to keep seeing you guys grow. But guys, I will see you in the Discord. Tune on over to the Discord if you guys want to catch more updates or be part of the updates yourself. Part of the conversation. But loads of people in there right now working together, so I'll see you guys in there. Tomorrow, it's just a normal stream again, and then we'll do a full day birthday Wednesday stream. We'll invite everybody in here, and then Thursday's normal, and then Friday, another full day where we invest guest Champions Vibe. So I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again for the amazing stream. I love each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the Discord.